that though. Really, Lizzie happy back then. He really asked me that though. Then he showed me his Glock, and that's when I told him, "You won't strike a match in the Jacksonville blackout." That nigga said, "Man, you gotta leave my house. You called me soft." I said, "This nigga here crazy."
Oh,
Nigga here crazy. What I got you over? What I got you over?
From Matthew 20:23.
Go ahead, finish that up.
It say, even so, woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you are like whited sepulchres.
They're like whited sepulchres. What about the sepulchres?
Which indeed appear beautiful outward.
They look beautiful outward, but what about?
But are within full of dead men's bones.
How many of y'all feel like you beautiful outward, but you know you full of dead men's bones? Go ahead.
And of all uncleanness.
All uncleanness.
Even so, also outwardly appear righteous unto men.
Outwardly they appear righteous unto men.
But within you are full of hypocrisy and iniquity.
Full of hypocrisy and iniquity. That's what we got to sit back and look to avoid. You don't want to be full of hypocrisy and iniquity. Being full of hypocrisy and iniquity gonna cost you your soul. I wasn't asking you to say that. Go ahead, Dwight, finish that for me. What verse you stop at? Matthew 26 is where you're going. Matthew 26 and 26. Matthew 26 and 26. Matthew 26 and 26.
It says, and as they were eating, Jesus took bread and blessed it.
And said what?
And brake it. And gave it to the disciples and said, take, eat, this is my body. And he took the cup, gave thanks, and gave it to them, saying, drink ye all of it. For this is my blood for the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sins.
This is the blood of the New Testament, which is shed for the many of remission of sins. Now this man said to the General Assembly and the house of the firstborn, to the spirits of just men made perfect, they speak of better things than the blood of Abel. Let's look at Genesis chapter 4 and 1 and let's see what this could mean. Anybody got any idea what that could mean about that Yahshua blood would speak better things than the blood that Abel spoke? Any of you brothers got any general idea? Yeah, Abel's blood did cry from the ground. Let's see why. Genesis chapter 4 verse 1.
And Adam knew Eve his wife.
And what happened?
And she conceived and bare Cain. And said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. She again bare his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep.
He was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was what?
Cain was a tiller of the ground.
He tilled the ground, and what happened?
And in the process of time it came to pass
Go ahead.
that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. And Abel,
Go ahead.
he also brought forth the firstling of his flock.
He brought the firstling of his flock.
And the fat thereof.
And the fat thereof.
And God had respect unto Abel and to his offering.
He said he had respect unto Abel and to his offering. But he didn't have no respect to Cain. Let's see why he didn't. Come on.
But unto Cain and his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth and his countenance fell.
He said he was mad because God didn't have no respect towards him. So his face got ugly. And you know that's funny that when y'all get called out for committing sin, guess what happened with y'all? Y'all get mad and your face get ugly. Guess you want a Cain turn then. Go ahead.
And the Lord said to Cain, why art thou wroth, and why is thy countenance?
He said, why you mad and why you got the ugly face?
If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted.
If you do what I tell you to do, won't you think I'll take you? If you do well, don't you think you would be accepted? If you do well, don't you think you would be accepted? Go ahead.
And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
Dwight, give me John chapter 8, verse 19. He said, if you do well, he said, if not, sin lie at the door. Don't y'all realize, that's what we just sat back and look at is, you want to keep serving your diverse lusts and your pleasures, then guess what? Sin lie right here. It's right here. Hold what you got. Give me James chapter 1 verse 12. It lay right at the door. Y'all can't be that dumb. I guess you can be. We desire that you don't be. What's the point? Let me add the question here. How many of y'all sat down and heard horrible teachings for over 5 years or more? You know, I can't say that. I can't say that because I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the minority. You know what I'm saying? I didn't sit up under no horrible teachings. I was never a part of it. Whether it was Christian or Hebrew Israelite, I wasn't a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So I never got tainted with it. You know what I'm saying? So now you sitting back looking at, you came out of that, and you still doing the same stuff you did when you were getting taught wrong? When this man is telling you, if you just do what I tell you to do, I'll gladly accept you. He said, but if not, sin light the door. Give me 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 16. Go ahead.
What verse called?
What is James chapter 1 verse 12?
It say, blessed is the man that endureth temptation.
Blessed is the man that endureth temptation. Why is that, James?
For when he is tried, he shall receive a crown of life.
But when he tried, what he gonna get?
A crown of life.
Guess what? You know Cain was tried. Let's see. But we're gonna see if he endured the temptation. He was mad. But see, you know the difference. What you're looking at? He was mad at Abel because God accepted Abel and refused him, and he was mad at it. That sound familiar to y'all?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Which the Lord have promised to them that love him.
Mm-hmm.
Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God.
Say that. Guess what? You get in a situation where you feel it like this here. Don't blame it on nobody. Don't blame it on the Lord now. Why is that, James?
For God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted he any man.
And don't sit back and be like, God sent a lying spirit on that king. God didn't do it. The angel did it.
Yes,
He didn't go do it. He said, I'll persuade him. He said, hey, go do your thing and prevail.
Yes, sir.
I ain't go do it. Don't try to put that on the Lord and say he went and did it. He ain't went and did nothing. Go ahead.
But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust.
So guess what? All that stuff you niggas be doing, you doing it because that's what you want to do. So just look in the mirror and slap yourself. Go ahead.
Then when the lust have conceived, it bringeth forth sin.
Mm-hmm.
And when it is finished, sin when it is finished bringeth forth death.
Don't have no other God before me. So when you went ahead and you brought them other gods up, you committed idolatry. And idolatry lead to death because the law said we're supposed to put a rock upside your head. But instead of getting a rock upside your head, praise y'all for Yahshua for grace. You got a chance, you got a little space to correct it. But don't think because you got grace, you could just try this man and string it on out. Go ahead, Dwight. And what I had you holding before I called it?
John
8:19. Go ahead. Read that 2 Corinthians chapter 6. Now he said if you do well, I take you right. That's what he said, right? You do well, I take you right. Let's see what he said here in 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 16. You go back to Genesis chapter 4. We got a lot of stuff, and I'm going to try to hit it.
It says, in what agreement has the temple of God with idols?
So what agreement does y'all have with you serving idol gods? What agreement he got with you serving your own lust?
For ye are the temple of the living God, as God hath said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people.
See, now two things come to mind. Something I was talking about with the brothers earlier. We might have to look at that. Because we mentioned about the assembly, the General Assembly in the house of the firstborn, didn't we? So now this man just said, you the temple of the living God, and he just said, I'll live in you and dwell in you and walk in you, and I'll be your God, you'll be my people. But what they need to do though, Paul?
It says, wherefore come out from among
them. Do what?
Come out from among them.
Get from among them sinners then. What else?
And be ye separate.
Get yourself sanctified. What else, Paul?
Said the Lord. And touch not the unclean thing.
Stop sinning.
And I will receive you.
If you do well, will you not be accepted? If you do well, will you not be accepted? Come on.
And will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters, saith the Lord Almighty.
Y'all say you be my sons and daughters if you get out from among them and set yourself apart and stop being an ingrate. I can accept you then. I can accept you then. Hold on, pal. You in Genesis 4?
Yeah.
Give me Hebrew chapter 1 about verse 5. Something came to my mind. Hebrew chapter 1. Make it 4. 4 ringing hard. We holding up, what? John chapter 8, verse 19. Make 14 though. Y'all get verse 14. John chapter 8 and verse 14. No, you go. No, that's where I want you to be there. Give me that Hebrews chapter 1, verse 4. Instead of verse 19, verse 14 comes out. Thank the Lord. We gonna get that blood by Abel now. We'll get to it. He said this thing speak of better things. He said the blood of Yahshua speak of better things than the blood of Abel.
Yes, sir.
I have no idea what that could mean.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Being made so much better than the angels.
You don't even sit back and look at that Yahshua was made so much better than the angels that if we was to walk in him, he said that we would, he said, when we see, he said, we know not what we shall be, but when we see him, we will know him as he is, because we'll be just like him. Go ahead.
And as he have by inheritance obtained a more excellent name than they.
And what more excellent name could we receive by inheritance if we were just to believe and obey? Then that name of Israel would be attached to us. Because I just had a silly nigga side me the other day. We all supposed to name ourselves Israel. You know, Kira homegirl. I mean, not Kira home. Chelsea homegirl. You know that's your friend. You mad at me because that's your friend. Mad at me, that's your friend. If it was, you the one told, you need to talk to him. Had that woman calling my phone talking about the Lord smoking weed. It ain't Chelsea's fault the girl was stupid. Chelsea didn't know. But no, you knew she was stupid. You just didn't know how stupid. You know what I'm saying? She just didn't know how stupid. That's Chelsea homegirl though. And she like they said, she get the little buddy talking about, we can name ourselves Israel. But y'all know, that's power to rule as God. You know what I'm saying? How you got power to rule with God if you don't have the Ruach HaKodesh when this man was declared to be the Son of God with power? And the resurrection of the dead. So why would I attach that name to myself? When he said everyone that named the name of the Messiah, let him depart from iniquity. So if you nigga naming yourself Israel and you saying that you Israel and that's your name and you still sinning, you still blaspheming. You still wrong. He still got you. So it better don't even put it on that end. Y'all got to sit back and look at that. If you name your name after the name of the Messiah, get sin out your life. You know, there was a song back in the day, I can't tell you what it really said. You know what that song was? JT Money had a song, we can't tell you what he said in. But instead of doing that right there, get sin out your life. Some of y'all live like that when you was in the world. I ain't going to tell you what that song was, because there's little kids in here. Y'all don't know about it. You know who JT Money is? Yeah. I know y'all don't know because y'all ain't from Florida. You know who that is? Y'all, they don't know who that is. Like they don't know nothing about that, y'all. You know who that is? Yeah, I say, you know what I'm saying? We know that. That's Florida right there. Y'all know nothing. I'm gonna keep that to man. JT Money pimping on wax came out, corrupted my homeboy whole brain. That nigga swore he was a pimp. Nigga, old lady throwing bricks through his windshield. He talking about he a pimp.
Wow.
Man, my homegirl say my homegirl came. I had my homegirl with me. She like this here. She say, buy me 2 cheeseburgers from McDonald's. I go beat that hoe up right now. I said, come on, man, ain't gonna cost you but $2, bro. I said, I'll buy them because I ain't like the girl no way. You know what I'm talking about? He like this. I ain't like the girl anyway. Shoot, I'd have bought a 4 of them. Straight up, you done threw a brick through my homeboy car. Go around here, molly hop that hoe, and I'm gonna help my homegirl. We gonna jump her. I'm dead serious though. I'm dead serious though, man. We pulled up to George house out there in Clearview, and she jumped right out the car, seen that brick through the window. You know what I'm saying? The girl who did it, she went to school with her, and she like, shoot, nigga, I'll buy me 2 cheeseburgers from McDonald's. I'll go whoop. I say, shoot, nigga, I got you. All right. I said, I'll buy you 4.
I knew you would have.
No, the reason why, because I don't like her either.
I knew it.
Knew what?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I let it be known I ain't like that girl. None of us liked her. He was the only one who liked her. I told him I didn't like her. Booby told her he didn't like her. That boy told, none of us liked her. And we went to school with her. You know what I'm talking about? So the girls who hung with us, they knew her, they didn't like her either. Then you gonna throw a brick through our homeboy car. So the woman felt like, shoot, nigga, we all crew, I whoop that hoe. All I needed 2 burgers. I said, shoot, I'll make it 4. I double it up. Make sure you go around there and whoop. You know what I'm saying? I'm for real though. Look here, man. Listen, no boy, we roll real deep. We only had about 3 women roll with us. And if somebody did something to any one of us, they was gonna be ready to fight. Like it wasn't no discussion like, oh, I'm too pretty for all that there. Where she at? You know what I'm saying? Where the dude at? Fight dudes and all. So you nigga ain't gonna fight no dudes though. Nigga, you ain't gonna fight no nigga. You know you can't fight now. Nigga ain't nothing but mosquito bites, man. You'll make a nigga mad. Yeah, I know that's what you said. That Boston crab say different. I've been looking to put a nigga in the Boston crab for you. I tried to get him in and one day that nigga wouldn't happen. That nigga would go kick all my groin out. That's something to leave him alone. That nigga said, he wasn't like, he lied one day. I tried to put him in the Boston crab. That nigga said, oh no, nigga. That nigga went to kicking. I said,
too nimble, man. Too thin and nimble, man.
It wasn't even that day. He like, he said, you ain't finna get close enough to even execute the maneuver.
I mean, you strong, you putting your hand on me.
So I'm gonna catch him one day.
Yeah. I'm incapacitated when you do.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna take all your power.
I'm gonna catch him one day. I'm like, this here, I'm gonna get him. Might put him in the sharpshooter.
Oh,
I don't even know how to do the sharpshooter, so I'm lying. But it's a hard move. I wish I knew how to do the figure 4 death lock. Nigga put me in it when I was young. Now I tried to tell this nigga I used to wrestle for real, nigga. For real, nigga. I'm telling you, man. Cardboard belts and all, nigga. We made them nice. Tied the things up with the string. You rock them and all. I'm telling you, my mama tell you, I had kept cardboard belts in the house, nigga. We stayed tag team champions. That's how I broke my elbow. Y'all playing. Y'all don't know about that. See, I was telling them about that. See, y'all couldn't go outside and play. My mama say, get out my house. Don't come back around here till the sun go down. Now, when the street lights finna get back around here, if I gotta come looking for you, it's gonna be some trouble. You know what I'm talking about? But other than that, nigga, you go play. Don't run it out my door. Don't be coming to my, I'm thirsty. You just got something to drink about 10 minutes ago. Don't come back around here. You know, we stayed in apartments. There wasn't no water hole. I'm just like this here. I'm dry. Nigga swallowing spit. You know what I'm talking about? But I'm out here, man, all day. Nigga didn't want to come in the house. You know what I'm saying? Ain't want to come. Ain't wasn't no stay right here so I can see you. Ain't wasn't no like this here. Nigga, soon as the door shut, she ain't even coming to watch me run down the steps. I'm gone. And if I left at 9 o'clock in the morning, you might not see me again till 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe 5. Then she was at work too. I had my own key. I go outside as I please. Just make sure you're in the house before she get home from work. She know if you done tried to slap back in there now. Know you supposed to be in the street like, come on. She said, that nigga just got in here. You feel the TV is cold. Oh man. That's how you know you were watching TV too. Don't cut that TV on. They gonna tell you that nigga warm. They say, what you hit me for? You were watching TV. How did you know? You know what I'm saying? Now how you know? How did you know?
They figured out they were too late.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't figure out how they knew till you got grown. You like this. Every time I did something, how did she know? Niggas say I went in there and got candy out the room. Why? Why you went in my stuff? How did you know? I know how I left it. You try to set it back all night like how they had it.
It don't work.
They know you moved it. Man. You just sitting there like this here. It don't matter. It was worth it. That chocolate was good. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead though. Go ahead, Pat. What I got you? You finished that first one? Go ahead, Pat. What I got you? Hebrews 1. Yeah, say got a better inheritance than them.
It says, again, when he brings in the first. No.
Oh, and you want? I don't know why I do that, but you see, I don't know why I do that.
It said, for unto which of the angels said he at any time, thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. And again, I will be to him a father, and he shall be to me a son.
You know, he told us in Revelation chapter 21 about verse 7 or 8. I think it's verse 7. He said, he that overcometh, he shall inherit all things, and I'll be to him a father, and he'll be to me a son. Our whole desire, because you remember he said, assembly of the firstborn. That's what his name of the congregation came from. Was from that verse. I know some of y'all didn't know that. It happened on Day of Atonement. Me and Nell were doing some work. Police came up to me and said, y'all with the church? I said, yeah. He said, what the name of it is? And that's what came to mind. And I forgot about it. This was October 2012. I forgot about it. She came back round probably maybe 3-4 months later and say, what was the name you had? I say, shoot, I couldn't tell you if you paid me. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, I didn't know. I didn't remember. I hadn't thought twice about it. You know what I'm saying? That's what came to my mind. That's what I told him. When I told him that, he left me alone. And we went back to doing what we was there to do. And we did what we had to do and we departed. She said it just came back to her mind what it was. She said, was it this? I said, yeah, that's what it was. Because I didn't remember. Like this 3-4 months later, I didn't remember. Real talk. Did not remember at all. But that's what he gave me. That's what it is. You know what I'm talking about? Now we're going to actually sit back and see what he talking about. Go ahead.
And again, when he bringeth in the first begotten into the world.
When he bring the first begotten in the world. So when did he bring the first begotten in the world? Calm down, Lizzie. When did he bring the first begotten in the world? Somebody ought to know.
From the dead.
And let there be light. And again, that's still the first begotten of the dead, because remember, he said the earth was without form, it was void, it was darkness. Remember, we just read, he said he brought forth dead things or things alive out of water. Remember, we read that in Job. Come on.
And let all the angels of God worship him.
Let all the angels, so how the angels of God worship him?
And of the angels, he saith, who maketh his angels spirits and his ministers a flame of fire. But unto the Son he said, thy throne, O God, is forever and ever.
It's forever and ever.
A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of thy kingdom.
And what else?
Thou hast
What else?
thou hast loved righteousness
They love righteousness.
and hated iniquity.
No, that's them texting me. Hold on. Hey, Lance, you do me a favor. You'll go out there and show Fat Boy and Delta how to come in here. So he said he loved righteousness and hates sin.
Therefore, God, even thy God, have anointed thee with the oil of gladness above thy fellows.
Now you sit back, when we sit back and we look at something, Cain hated Abel for what reason? Because God had chose him above him. What's going on, homeboy? You know what I'm saying? That's why he hated him. He said, I anointed you with the oil of gladness above your fellows. He said, I love righteousness, I hate iniquity. He had just told Cain, see, Abel did right, so I could accept him. You didn't, so I hate you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You have to sit back and look at it. As long as we doing things that are contrary to God's word, there will be no love cannot come and exist from him. He told us in Psalm 97 about verse 10, those of you that love y'all, to hate evil. You know, when you look at what he said in 1 Peter or 2 Peter chapter 2 about, you know what he said about Lot. You know what he said about Lot? You know what Peter wrote about Lot? Say Peter said that Lot was vexed by the filthy behavior of the people who was around him. So then you have to sit back and look at, does the behavior and conduct of the people in America, does it vex you? Or do you want to have an enjoyment with it? Do you enjoy it? You know what I'm talking about? Do you like to see half-naked men running around? Half-naked men want to. I mean, you know, they got half-naked men. They had some show where everybody on there was naked. They were running the commercials on A&E week in and week out. I think Delta out there too.
Swingers.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the show was swingers. Swingers. You got to be nasty to sit there. Yeah, Delta out there. You got to be a nasty individual to sit there and watch another man run roughshod through your wife and get pleasure out of it from watching. And she getting pleasure out of you running roughshod on another woman. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff like this. And that's just TV. But what about the stuff you see? What about the music you like to listen to? Man, I tell you, man, I don't even like going downtown sometimes because that's where all the Harvey Wallbanger niggas hang at. Them niggas be looking crazy. You know what I'm talking about? I told you I seen a nigga, man, that nigga had that weave in it. You couldn't tell him he wasn't no woman. Harvey Wallbanger, that's a drink, but that's what them niggas is though. It's really a drink. You ever heard that drink before? That's a real drink though. A Harvey Wallbanger, that's a real drink. Y'all ain't know that? Yeah, that's a real alcoholic beverage. But that's what them niggas is. They some wall bangers. Them niggas crazy. I'm talking about niggas got makeup all in their face. I don't know what these girls doing with it. I'm telling you something. Cause of these crazy eyebrow arching these women be doing, and that weed. That's why these niggas can walk around here and niggas be thinking them women. See, if you wear your real hair and got that makeup out your face, that nigga couldn't be able to masquerade himself around here looking like me. Like, that's a nigga. You see that nigga? He'll stand out. But since you around here looking like a tranny, they can get away with it too. Shoot, some of these women do be looking like a tranny. You don't even know. Like, shoot, well, I don't know if that's a woman or not. That be all 100% woman. You don't even know. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas say, what this thing is with the eyebrow, man? These things be bald. Your hair don't grow like that. You look like a clown. I know you did. I seen the pictures. I would have been ashamed of yourself. I'd have laughed right. I just would have pointed and laughed. That stuff look weird to me. That stuff, it ain't even natural. I don't even see it. It's nothing appealing about it. You know, each day on. Even when I was in the world, I couldn't stand weed. Man, that stuff be stank. Stuff just be smelling like, ugh, get away from me. You know what I'm saying? Then some of y'all be wearing that stuff too long. You could probably be fleas outside. Some of y'all know y'all was sitting in there wearing, you seen it? He said he was just out. Some of y'all know y'all walk around there and say the weed supposed to came out in 2 weeks. You wore it for 6. All you doing is this here. You ain't doing all that. They no patent. They passed the patent. So that thing leaning and bobbing. It's like this here. You finna snatch the whole thing out. You wore your hair like that, didn't you?
No, see?
Oh, you one of them, huh? I'm send you back to where you came from. One of them. I'm just saying though, man. And I just say that there because I know some of y'all women don't know. But you know, and when it come up to like worldly stuff, y'all got to give up a lot more than a man do. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all been told, you know, the earrings and the gold and the... No, that might be definitely. All right, what's going on, brother? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? With the earrings and the gold and the, you know what I'm saying? The makeup and the high heels and the pants. You know what I'm saying? The only thing we got to get rid of are true religious jeans and some Nikes. You know what I'm saying? Take them earrings out your ear. I seen a nigga had a gold piece. Who seen it? No one of y'all wasn't on. You seen it. We were talking to you about it this morning. A nigga had a chain with the Star David on it, with a Star Molet. I showed it to you yesterday. Yeah. With a line on it. Nigga looked like a fool. But the thing about this here big, that nigga said it was 15 pounds. You know what I'm saying? That nigga had a slick Rick piece on. See, some of y'all ain't old enough to remember. That nigga had a slick Rick piece on. For real. Literally, no. He had his head on the neck. You know that boy had 15 pounds. Yo, 22 and a half. Both of y'all combined might be 47. You have to go get a scale. You gonna throw her on the bus, you got to throw right under the whip. Come on, read John 8:19. We're dealing with, man, you got to be, 14. He told Cain, man, 8 and 14. He told Cain that, make it 12. He told Cain, if you do well, you'll be accepted. But if not, sin lie right at the front door. Calm down, Lizzie. There got to be some food right there. Look at her face. Got to be. That's the only time she get crunk up like that. She like to say, you need to feed me. This is gonna be trying to hear that. Where is the food? Whoop up. I'm telling you, man, Lizzie feel like that old. See, some of y'all ain't never seen that Wendy's commercial. Long time ago, had an old white lady on there. She be like, "Where's the beef?" That's how Lizzie feel about that food. Where that food at? No one talking. Lizzie don't play no game. Where that food at? You took my binky out my mouth. You ain't put nothing in there. No cookies, no meat, no nuts. Shoot, boy, if y'all would have seen how she was eating that peanut butter sandwich last week. I said, that's all she got my blood in her somewhere, because that nigga put the whole sandwich in her mouth. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't breathe or nothing. Just this nigga crazy. Come on with him.
He says, Jesus answered and said unto them,
what did he say to him?
Though I bear record of myself.
He say, though I speak of myself.
Yet my record is true.
Why is it true, Lord?
For I know whence I came.
I know where I come from.
And whither I go.
And I know where I'm going.